All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. My camera still doesn't tell me. Oh, great. The mic's not working. There it goes. Okay. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. So let's see here. Invictus, welcome. Terror, welcome. Caramel coffee sounds good. Leah, welcome. And Luna, good to see you. And Horton Oldest, Invictus, thoughts on the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? Do I think they're still active somewhere? Actually, I know they're active. There's no secret to it. They're not the Illuminati, which actually Illuminati's BS too. But I know there's a lot of conspiracy out there who want to talk about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn and put them up there like some kind of conspiracy organization or something like that. They are very much active. They have not actually disappeared in any shape, form, or fashion. There are many branches of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn that are still active globally, actually. I know several magicians who are members of it. So it's just another tradition of ceremonial magic like many others. They got their own practices and their own traditions, but they are not this like covert, shadowy secret society that TikTok and a lot of modern practitioners are wanting to paint them as to make it sound cooler or edgier. So yeah, they're very much still active. They still take initiates and everything. So, and it's not that hard to get in. So there you go. That's my thoughts. Nika, welcome. Purified, good to see you. Jade, good to see you. A12, welcome. Let's see. Okay. Servan, welcome. Peachy, good to see you as well. Leah, how's the vibes? Well, for me, I got to say the vibes are doing great. I don't worry about energy. I don't worry about vibes. I am a magician. I am in control. I do not let the energy in my house get wonky. And even if I think it does, the first person I blame is me. I am control of me, the energy in my environment, my home, everything. So yeah, I have to say the vibes are doing good. Let's see. Tell me, will you do more hands-on than just explaining things in videos like crafting potions, doing spells, etc.? Well, many of the spells we do actually have on the channel, it's pretty hands-on. We actually walk you through the process of it. And yeah, I mean, if you're interested in potions, I mean, potions are just essentially tinctures or even teas actually that are just energetically charged. But yeah, we can actually do that at some point. That's pretty easy enough to do. But we do actually try to do a lot of the spells as hands-on whenever possible. Now, if you're hoping for me to videotape me summoning up some kind of weird entity on camera, it don't work that way. But as far as the hands-on stuff, again, all the spells that we've done have been hands-on, and we've walked you through it. So yeah, we can do that. We just got to get to it because right now we're laying out larger information for building a larger practice than just spells, because I'm wanting people to learn self-mastery in its entirety, not just, oh, I'm going to do a spell to fix this one problem and think I get it for free without the work. So I am also trying to avoid that. Let's see. Well, Tara, just do a quick Dragon's Flame ritual. You can shift the energy in your house and yourself easily. Perwin, welcome. Back to that apple juice potion with cloves. You can do it. You could do it. Bernaldo is plus. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you really want hands-on, there is a well, it's not garage mead. It's just a simple mead video that I did. The garage meet video we never actually done, not yet. We're still contemplating wanting to do it though. See, the Purified, do the dragons have a city and have you visited it? The dragons do have a city per se, but it's not a city in the way we would think of it. We think of actually living in a city. It's more of a almost like a gathering square type area within their realm. And in order to visit it, you first have to gain access to the realm, and that's a very, very, very specific process. And it's not something that they can't actually take you to their realm. If you don't know the process and if you're not capable of doing it, you cannot access the realm. There's no back doors, no secret ways in, none of that. Because that realm is drastically sealed off and protected for many, many reasons. But yes, they do actually have a gathering place for those who are learned enough to access it. I do believe they're wanting to put access to the realm in Dragon Magic 103, the full ritual to access it. It's not full access, but it's kind of like a guided tour on a child tether leash. But that is available. You can see at least the city within Dragon Magic 102, but it's definitely not full access for many, many, many reasons that can get you killed. I'm glad you're enjoying the class, Perwin. I really am. Tony, I found this channel because I was trying to avoid work and get an easy fix. Tony, I love you. You know, I adore seeing you in here every week. I really do. And I thank you for your support. You are one of the supporters of the channel. And, well, I'm sorry you didn't get your easy fix, but I am proud of you because I have watched the work that you've done since you found the channel. And that really does just make my day and see the work you're doing. And I'm very proud of you. So, you know, regardless of how you found me, I'm glad you found me. And I'm glad to see you doing that work. Leviticus asks, do I have a familiar? Not a physical one. I really don't personally have one. And as far as a familiar itself, no, I don't really worry about familiars. I do have a few animal spirits that I work with on the regular. And of course, I got the dragons, but they're not familiars. Familiars are, honestly, there's something that too many people focus on. And I've seen people get so focused on familiars, they never make any growth. They spend more time playing with their freaking cat or dog, calling it a familiar, and they won't even listen to the lessons. But no, I personally do not have a familiar. The last animal I was truly, truly close to passed away 8 years ago. The wife has threatened to get another animal. I'm still iffy on whether we'll have another animal. So tell me, thank you. Appreciate it. Wife got me this one. Although I don't wear it as much around her because it actually sticks out a little bit, and like the way it has these little sharp points. And she's actually so short that when I'm standing up, her forehead lands right here on me. So I don't wear it because when she hugs me, it tends to like jab her. So I usually only wear this in the videos or when she's not necessarily home. So I wear it a lot. Like right now where she's not home, I wear it a lot. And then I have a smaller Melniorn that she bought me that I wear when I know she's going to be around. That way she don't accidentally jab her forehead. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. Perwin, wow, $20 donation, super chat. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mugs up to you. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Carrie, welcome. Good to see you. So tell me, what's the tattoo on my finger? Oh, this? This is actually a design. It's a runic design that me and my wife put together and came up with. Um, that we actually both got tattooed as wedding rings. Both of us have a very hard time not destroying wedding rings. I've had very physical jobs. I've totaled I don't know how many rings. Almost got my finger cut off with a titanium ring because I was like, hey, I can't destroy this one. Yeah, I can't, but it can almost cut your finger off too. We tried the silicone rings. They worked for a while, but then her job, she can't even wear those. So, you know what? We just cut the difference and just like, screw it, tattoo those things on. So that's one of two tattoos her and I both share. We both also have a tattoo over our heart, which can't show that. YouTube might get a little upset if I go to taking my shirt off. See, 12-hour of magic. Yes, please. Hey, we're here. Uber Pudas, Drake, hope you're doing great. I am. I am. It has been a busy and crazy weekend, but I'm doing good, really good. And oh, good point, Pudas. People, if you're here, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you like the work we're doing. And it really tells that algorithm to show the videos to more people. And honestly, I can tell in the algorithm that when you guys do hit the like button, it really does help us out a lot. And it does show in that algorithm. It makes a drastic difference. So please do hit that like button. Let's see here. Thank you, Putis, for reminding me on that. Let's see. Darian asked about Namal last time, but I was wondering about your experience with Hannah and Gabriel. Hanarel, God, it's been too long to remember that one. Gabriel, I've enjoyed any of my work with Gabriel. Honestly, me and Gabriel's tended to get along pretty well over the years, and I will be doing videos. I got several videos I'm getting ready to shoot, starting to do an angel series because I don't want just the Goetic spirit series to go up. I'm actually doing also a general video for working with demons and working with angels, where we're talking about the two subjects individually. So yeah, we do got those coming. Mac Bennett, is it possible to transmute the soul into the likeness of a dragon? You can shapeshift, but you cannot become a dragon. You cannot. A human soul cannot actually transmute to a dragon. Let's see. Terror says, do you have any tips on suggestions on learning how to discipline oneself, or does it tie into where your power comes from and our motivations? It actually does tie into where your power comes from. It really does there, Tara. That's a good point. But it also deals with your willingness to do what makes you uncomfortable and what you don't feel like doing. It's very easy to think you're on track to developing good habits and discipline and motivation when you're in a good mood, when everything's going your way. But that is the time when no, you're not being disciplined. No, you're not doing what you need to do. Things are just going good, so it's very easy to stay on track. The best time to truly work and forge discipline and self-mastery is when things are going to shit. If you are laying in bed, you don't feel like getting up and doing the dishes or doing laundry or whatnot, that is the time you need to do it. That is the time you need to dig down into your willpower and get yourself out of the bed to go do those dishes, go do your ritual workings, go do your meditation, because that is how you build the discipline so that you are disciplined enough that you get up and go do it regardless of how you feel. Discipline is not about feeling good. Everybody thinks that just because you're disciplined, it feels good to get up and do these things. No, 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 no. If it felt good to get up and do them and you wanted to do them, you wouldn't need the discipline to do them. So honestly, it's the best time to forge discipline is the times where you are in that funk. That is the best time to truly develop discipline. You have to push forward. You have to push through those hard times. No excuses. And the best tip I can give when it comes to discipline and self mastery is eliminate excuses entirely. Do not allow yourself an excuse for any reason. And if you find yourself saying, well, I didn't do this yesterday because, stop right there, count that as an excuse, and do better tomorrow. It sounds harsh, but hands down, that is how I train my students. And the entire Valentine family, we're trained in discipline in that method. Perwin, thank you for the flowers. Oh, we jumped. We jumped. So we're probably going to miss a few. Sorry about that. Tara, don't take your shirt off. YouTube can't handle the. Tara, I appreciate that. Thank you much. I appreciate that. I'll take the compliment. Carrie Strangeland. Hey, I'm doing good, Carrie, and I hope you're doing well also. And it is good to see you back. Thank you for making it back and joining us. Is it Click? I'm going to say Click. It looks like KLIC, so we're going to say Click. Wants to know why spirits visit our dreams. Because our dreams are interesting. Why do you watch TV? It's kind of the same thing. It's an entertainment kind of thing. They may have a message, they may wish to talk to you, and it's the easiest time to do so. Or they may actually just want to watch your dream. In fact, 95% of the time, that's all they want to do is see the dream. And it's for the same reasons we watch TV. Sitting down and watching a TV does not accomplish anything at all. You can watch all the survival shows you want. You're not going to be able to survive in the wilderness if we just take you and drop you in the woods. You have a understanding of what these people did, but you have no hands-on experience. And without the hands-on experience, you really ain't going to be able to do nothing. So it really serves no point, especially when we're talking about reality television, sitcoms, and all this other crap that's on TV these days. Same thing for cooking shows. You can sit there and watch the show, but you try to reproduce the recipe without a basic knowledge of cooking and a recipe, you're screwed. But it is entertaining. It doesn't really serve a purpose, but it's entertaining. It might be relaxation. That might be the purpose if you want to put that up there, but that's about it. And honestly and truly, that's 95 to 98% of the time. That's why they visit our dreams. It's their version of TV. Leah, any advice on diving in with working with animal spirits? Work on your meditation and your trance work. And I would start by calling out to an animal spirit that has something to teach you. Don't necessarily call out to one that you particularly want or particularly are drawn to because it's your favorite animal. And just make a simple statement that you are seeking an animal spirit as a teacher, and spend your time in meditation and trance focused on that and let them come to you. And then when they do come to you, pay attention to their lessons. Also, a great book, an absolute great book when it comes to working with animal spirits is Animal Speak. Go to Amazon, check that book out. I'm actually planning on doing a review about it soon. It is one of my favorite books when it comes to working with animal spirits and understanding what animal omens or certain totems mean or can be helpful with. Hope that one helps you out a little bit there. Drake, do you believe that you can work with angels, dragons, demons, etc.? I have people say you can only do one or you are doing it wrong. I don't think so. I respect all. Yeah, you literally can. Dragons are allied with every type of entity I've encountered so far. I say it that way because there may be this one up here somewhere that I've not met yet. But angels and demons and dragons get along fine. They absolutely get along fine. And anyone who's trying to tell you that you have to work with one or the other or you're doing it wrong, that is an elitist shithead who has their head up their ass. And honestly, walk your path, okay? These elitists, they're going to sit there and tell you a bunch of crap and they're going to try and make you walk their path, or they're going to try and not let you walk their path because you do something they don't like. And in my experience, they're the people who yield the least amount of actual results in the long run. So, Carrie, yeah, by all means, you can work with them all. Well, was it Carrie that is? Yes, it was Carrie. Okay. You can work with them all. There is no limitations. And I'm with you. I respect all the entities. I work with them all on the regular. Um, and I've actually had evocations and times where I've had them all in the same room at the same time. So, yes, you can easily do that. No worries. Oh, we jumped again. See, is it ever split that? Could. And Viticus, is there ever a possibility that if one invoked a deity enough and utilized power enough, magic could one achieve shape shifting? Are you talking about physical shape shifting, Leviticus? Because again, this is something we've had questions about. I've never seen proof of physical shape shifting. I've seen a lot of legends, a lot of lore, and a lot of evidence that, like skinwalkers, for example, that leads to a probability, but never proof. So I can't actually tell you that. As far as shape shifting in other planes, shape shifting is very easy in trance or astral work. You just think it and you shape shift. Boom, you're done. And you can utilize attributes of whatever you shapeshift into during that point. Now, if you're talking permanent transmutation into something else, no, actually. So, for example, if you're talking about using invocation in order to shapeshift into a dragon, no, that would not be possible because you are still you. And yeah. Just want to ask why you group the zodiac signs with their elements. I didn't design this. This was actually channeled straight from the dragons, if this is what you're talking about. So I actually don't work with the zodiac all that much. So it's a little odd that the dragons have it on the Dragon Eye seal because outside occasionally working with zodiac dragons, I really don't deal with zodiacs. Um, so yeah, that was given to me and channeled from the dragons. Blake Clegg, I was wondering if you've read the Tibetan Book of the Dead or John Dee's book on angels. Also, can a non physical copy of magical books hurt you like the devil's Bible is said to in the physical? Okay, first off, the devil's Bible, there's nothing wrong with it. It is just a book that's a bunch of myth and fantasy. So, no, it can't hurt you. Um, can a magical book in the astral hurt you? It depends on the book. The book itself can't hurt you. It's the knowledge and what you do with it. Again, you're pulling from fiction, fantasy, and superstitions when people talking about evil books. And a lot of these edgy modern magicians love the concept of these dangerous books. That's why the Necronomicon got so much publicity in the 80s. It was this dreaded evil book. Ooh. Yeah, there's at least 3 versions of the Necronomicon in this house, and we have no issues at all. They will not hurt you. But I have read John Dee's books on angels and Enochian magic. I find it fascinating. I'm actually wanting to dive deeper into Enochian here in the future. I want to finish up the Cliffothic Path working before I do it because it's going to be a huge undertaking. And yes, I have read the Tibetan Book of the Dead as well. It's just been a really long time and I don't remember squat on it. Let's see. And we jumped. Oh, wait, what's this? Casey Strangeland, thank you. I have a lot of respect for you. Oh, Carrie, thank you. Thank you very much. Mugs up to you. Thank you for the support and the donation there. I appreciate that a lot. And I'm glad I can be worthy of that respect, or I hope I'm worthy of it, I should say. I do my best. Let's see, Carrie, thank you so much, Drake. They said my beliefs in what I do is dangerous to others, good with them and others than with them and other than to demons. They were fine to me, nothing bad. We respect. Yeah, I mean, I've had entities I don't get along with. Ra is actually a good example. I don't get along with Ra. I won't go into details because YouTube don't want to know about that. But me and Ra do not get along. Him and I just have opposing personalities that if I need to, I can approach him and help someone who's wanting to work with him and whatnot. But outside of that, me and Ra don't have, I don't spare time for him and he don't spare time for me. And the last time he wandered in my house, I asked him to leave. So yeah, it's just one of those things that you're always, entities are just like people. You're going to get along with some and others you're not. I am lucky that for most part, I get along with a lot of entities. I think that's part of because I was raised Southern. I mean, we're just friendly people. We can put up with a lot of crap. So I think that is a kind of perk, but yeah. So you're going to have entities you don't get along with, but that doesn't make it dangerous to you or other people. Satomi, are you in any groups like the Golden Dawn or the Masons? I am initiated into a couple ceremonial lodges and orders, though I don't necessarily claim full membership often because I don't do a lot with it personally. I occasionally go to a thing here or there, but it's not, nothing I really brag about or anything. Supposedly, I am a Mason because my uncle was a Mason and he made sure to get membership for me and my brother in some roundabout way. And I have received invitations to different events and whatnots. And I know my brother-in-law is also a Mason. As far as beyond that, I've gone to one event with the Masons and I had some really fascinating discussions, a lot of intellectual people there that I enjoyed talking to. But other than that one meeting and the fact that I'm apparently due to my uncle, then I really don't claim Masonry. Because like I said, it's just kind of like I got stuck with it because of this and I went to the meeting. People were nice, but I spend so much time moving around, I just don't really get involved in orders and all that crap. I spend too much time moving. We'll see if once I retire and settle down to one location, if that'll change. We'll see. I'd say looks great as usual. Hey, if you're talking about me, I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Halloween. Hello, local gremlin has arrived because she lost track of time. Oh, yeah. That's okay. That's okay. At least you made it, right? Tony, what do you think the purpose of motivation is? Because it runs out so damn fast, and then you need to rely on pure discipline. Motivation is part of will. There is a point, what we view as motivation is there's things that drive us forward. But what they're really doing, Tony, is they're fueling us energetically and emotionally and spiritually in a way that it allows us an energy reserve to move forward. Now, that energy reserve can build up with time and everything so that you wake up, you've got a certain amount of motivation and you get going. But now, let's say you're doing something that you really enjoy. Um, I know a lot of gamers who or sports fans will know exactly what I'm talking about here. You can be very, very tired. The game comes on, or you start a game or something. Next thing you know, you've been up for 12 hours and you forgot you were tired because that motivation kicked in and started fueling you. In times like that, you're drawing on that energy that's being given to you for those reasons. Discipline allows you to push forward past that limit um, when those energy reserves are running dry. Now, this is important because here's the fun part. Everybody wants to get past the physical realm. They think life will be easier outside the physical realm. The physical realm is as easy as it gets. This is freaking easy mode, okay? We've got all the cheat codes active right now. This is as easy as it gets. If you ascend, it gets harder. Literally everything you do is based on will, and will is based on discipline. So if you don't have those two things, you're not going to be able to walk down the street. So when it comes to their effect in our physical life and why they're so important to our self-mastery, we are literally learning how to exist past the physical realm. That is why they're so important. And again, this is as easy as it gets. If you think it's going to get easier if you get out of the reincarnation loop, you're wrong. In fact, I would say at bare minimum, everything will get at least 200% harder. And that is a conservative number. I would actually say the fairer bet, the safer bet would be like 1,000 times harder. And if you're not prepared for that, oh, existence will be miserable. So remember, this is easy mode. Take advantage of it, enjoy it, and learn so that when the time comes, you're ready. Yeah, Blake, Christians love to spread some fear, and they are some superstitious ones. But that's any religion, honestly. All religions have superstitions, including pagans. So when you step outside the religious style and superstitions, it's a completely different story. Do you want to know the scientific reason why sacred geometry shapes appear when your eyes are closed? Blood vessels. Your blood vessels in your eyes follow the patterns and designs of sacred geometry, and based upon how the light hits your eyes and shifts, depends on the geometric pattern in which you view. Therefore, you're seeing it. Just like when you look at a flower, the flower exists regardless of what's going on in your life. The flower is there, and it grew based on sacred geometry. Oh, you got Sierra there trying to bring her to the dark side. Okay. Hello, Sierra. Let's see, Paranoid. I hope you don't turn out to be a. Like I said, I have nothing to do with it, mate. I really don't do anything with masonry. And I'll be honest, the Masons I know personally are really great people who help their community. Um, However, I have encountered a couple of the jerks that you're talking about, but I've encountered more of those jerks within like religion, pagan communities. And I agree with you. Those self-serving jerk offs, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from. Not a fan of them either. But no, you don't got to worry about me. If anything, my biggest fault is I tend to hurt myself trying to help other people. That gets me in trouble a lot. Halloween here can even attest to that, asking the other admin that are moderating right now, because wow, I don't know when to take time off or anything like that. I'm really bad at that. Oh, we got 29 people and 21 likes. Come on. Those of you that haven't yet, hit the thumbs up. Let's see, Little Earth Dragon asks, what happens when you stop reincarnating and it's finished? Do you ever really stop reincarnating, or do you just start again, another dimension? When you stop reincarnating, that's the state where people refer to as ascent. And that's where you cease to become continually come back to the physical plane for learning and everything. And instead, you start living as a being outside the physical plane. And from there, your life lessons and everything is going to really depend on what you do, what you pursue, what you're trying to learn, those kinds of things. But yeah, it does stop, but it's not a different dimension. It's just, well, I guess it's a different plane. So it depends on how you're using the word dimension. But yeah. And I just realized I had some beard balm that I didn't rub in right there. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't showing up too bad on camera. Well said, Savon. Self-serving is definitely a human issue. Let's see. Wizard Warrior, can you tell me more about chaos energy and magic? Well, that's actually a large question, Wizard Warrior, because depending on how you're using it, chaos energy is used and defined in several different ways, multiple ways, depending on the practitioner you're talking about. So, for example, in chaos magic itself, chaos energy is not necessarily a particular energy. They use it to reference magic as a whole and the practice thereof that they utilize in chaos magic. So it's not a specific energy current. However, then in dragon magic, chaos is actually not just an energy pattern, it's actually one of the elements recognized by the dragons and how it is utilized therein. And again, you move over to other practices and everything, chaos is viewed in a negative light of possibly destructive or even disruptive energy that actually upsets the balance and order of things in a person's life. Those are your three most common definitions for chaos energy. Now, over here, it's very disruptive. However, with the dragons, it is actually the prime focal point of the balance. So it's not an easy thing, mate. It really depends on how you're trying to define that energy and that practice. Do I have any kind of clue what kind of life was awaiting those who ascend? Actually, that really depends on you. When you ascend, you get to really travel the planes, so you can live your life as you so choose. I mean, you will have to deal with your day-to-day tasks, and you will have to, it's a continue growing. The multiverse doesn't just leave you alone in a vacuum. You do have to continue to grow and continue to learn, continue to evolve. But a large chunk of it is based on what you're choosing for yourself. Many ascended individuals will choose a plane of existence to spend the primary of their time. You could even say they live there. For most, this will be based around their personal belief systems and or afterlife. So for someone like me who works closely with the Norse, one of the 9 realms would very likely be a good place. Helheim's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't mind that at all. If I'm lucky enough to make it into Valhalla or Freya's Hall, I'd take those honors as well. That'd be pretty freaking awesome. So where I will call home, I really don't know at this point. Probably Helheim, but I don't think I would stay in one place long. I would honestly be traversing more than anything because I'm a knowledge junkie. That's what I would do. I would continue to travel and learn and explore. That's why I love camping and hiking and wilderness survival so much. I love being out there constantly on the road and journeying. That's why you hear me say so much about us moving. I actually enjoy moving. I love it. Um, so it's going to depend on the individual, Tony. I know that was convoluted, and I don't know if that made sense, but I hope it made sense, and I hope it answered your question a little bit. Hellspine, hey. She said, "Hello, human." Oh, I got demoted to human now, or did I get promoted? I don't know. Hi, Sierra. Let's see. Kristen B, love your channel. Just found you a couple of months ago. Well, thank you very much, Kristen. Appreciate it. Mugs up to you. And Hellspine, long time no see, mate. Good to see you. Let's see. Carrie, strange, got you on the way in, Drake. Little Earth Dragon, thank you. Makes a lot of sense. Cool. See, Terror, while we learn a lot of lessons in our lives, do our previous incarnations also get this knowledge while it happens, or perhaps if they watch over us so it all sort of accumulates? Sorta, yes and no. I mean, they don't just automatically get it as an instant download. So each incarnation of you will actually have a different set of knowledge. However, if any of those incarnations happen to look over you, which actually rarely do, most of your incarnations really don't give a shit. But at the time of ascent, when they all come back together, then all that knowledge would merge. Meditation is definitely the easiest ways to tell me to raise the vibration. And mantras and Golder is a great way. Those are all great ways. What you consume, well, obviously with the carnivore research I've been doing, which I'm still getting fantastic results with, I even shifted gears and took a week of cheating just to see what would happen. And oh my God, did it tank my energy? That was a bad idea. But knowledge. And I've shifted back over to literally almost all beef now. I'm not even eating a lot of chicken. So, yeah, that can actually help raise your energetic vibrations too. Now, that said, I'm not about to say which is necessarily the best foods to eat. Clearly, for me, meat and protein and animal fats definitely, hands down, seem to work best for me. So on the spiritual viewpoint, I can't comment a lot. However, on a scientific and biological viewpoint, and the research I've been doing therein, the majority of the human race has actually evolved to eat meat. So I would think that that would have some effect on it as well for most people. You do have exceptions to that, though. But those would be the better roads to go, and more research is definitely needed to be done in those areas. Thoughts on Chinese dragons? Well, I adore many of the Chinese dragons I've met. Most of the Asian lings I've met are actually a lot of fun to hang out with. Tony, I am working on the Ascension video. I am. I'm trying to get it all put together right. I am working on it though. About to grill up some chicken. Hey, there you go. Let's see. Carrie, I'm seeing a man out of every country. Women coming to his lives have been doing spell work to break us up and bind to him. The spells I used for them to go away aren't working to help. Um, Honestly, focus on the easiest way to do it is just to do a simple black candle unbinding or even a bone unbinding. If you're worried about them binding him. As far as faithfulness, fidelity, and loyalty, I wouldn't waste the magic. Seriously. If this is an individual you're worried about them being faithful, they're not worth your time. Cut your losses, walk away. I would never use magic for loyalty or faithfulness because I only want true faithfulness. Um, that's my personal opinion on that one. No, sacrifice is never a requirement, ever. So, and the North Genie, are you meaning Jinn? So, yeah, I'd be a little careful with what you're working with there, making sure you actually understand the work and the rituals you're using there, Max. Because sacrifice is never required. The closest it would be might be a sacrifice of time or an offering of a beverage or even food, but that's about it. The practice of magic in and of itself could even be viewed as sacrifice because you have to sacrifice time and effort to apply discipline. Now, if you're expecting a genie to pop in and say, "What do you need?" and I wish for $1 million and Barbara eating yourself to riches, don't waste your time. Magic does not work that way. It is not a wish granter, nor is any entity out there a wish granter. And yes, I'm old enough to watch I Dream of Jeannie. I used to love that freaking show. Yes, it is. It's perfectly possible to actually evoke the past you. Um, that's one of the reasons that reincarnation is not the same exact soul every time. It's just a fragment because, again, the entirety of the soul is too big to fit in this meat suit. And that's also why ghosts exist. Because let's be honest, if reincarnation was the entire soul every time, we'd have no ghost. There'd be no ghost because everyone would either ascend or be reincarnated. There'd be no gray area in there. So, but yeah, it is totally possible to do that. Let's see. Uh, Sierra, hey girl, big demon. I'll take that. I'll even tip my hat to you on that one, little lady. Let's see what we got here. Do you think we can will regress back to vegetables and fruit only? Um, Honestly, humans have never been vegetables and fruit only. We never have. We did not evolve that way. We've always been hunters and gatherers. Um, if you take the entirety of human existence and put it into a single year, we have only been focused on agricultures and crops for a couple weeks, maybe a month total. And the entirety of our existence before that, we've been predominantly hunters and meat eaters. Let's see here what we got. Satomi, can you invoke the future you? No, because the future you is not in existence. And therefore that fragment has not actually carnated. And until it carnates, it's not accessible. Tony, how much power do ghosts have to manipulate this reality? Um, Not a lot. They can advise, they can share knowledge, but that's about it. They don't take your free will per se, unless you allow them into through evocation, which is just a nice way of saying possession. Let's be honest. Um, but they even need your permission to do that. So the biggest thing you got to worry about is them affecting physical objects. Moving things around and throwing them at you per se, or pushing things off. Honestly, at the end of the day, they're about as annoying as a cat. They may try to push something off the shelf and scare the bejesus out of you, but that's really about it. They can't manipulate reality and shape it in any truly meaningful way that's going to be drastically changing. No drinking game. Take a shot every time Drake says meat suit. I guess yeah, you guys do ask me enough about incarnations and stuff. I probably do use that word a lot. Let's see, at Terror, the true drinking game, server admin certified, is drink every time Drake mentions coffee or says mugs up. Oh my God, Halloween, you are right. Yes, the Discord server admin one night. Um, Anytime I mentioned coffee or said mugs up, they had decided they were going to do a shot. I got off stream and we had an admin meeting that night. I got off stream, jumped into the admin meeting, and oh dear God, that was the funniest thing in the world. They didn't tell me they were doing this. So I had no idea, which is probably a good thing because let's be honest, I'd have probably been here coffee, 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 just to royally screw with them. But oh my God, that was freaking hilarious. How about we jumped? Oh dear God. Yeah. Any of those busy streams where it just keeps jumping, I can't keep up. Oh dear God. We'd have people pass down everywhere. Working Dragon Mystic, home of the global drinking game. Oh. I am glad we have fun here. I really am. Oh yeah, coffee is pretty much, yeah. I use that word a lot. Yeah, I need to get the mugs up shirt, maybe some hats. We've actually discussed adding some ball caps. Um, I definitely need some mugs up. It jumped. Yeah, we got to get a few of these things up there for sure. Oh, that was it. It was a good question. Yeah, good question. That was the one that really screwed you all over because we get a lot of great questions on here often. See here. Okay, we are at the 5 minute marker. Oh, Halloween. Yep. You see, you, we got each other on the same time there. So we're going to get ready to wrap up here and see if we can cover a few more. But before I do, let's see. Make sure if you do want to support the channel, we do actually have the membership thing now where you can join and it's a little monthly payment to the channel. Helps keep the lights on, keep cameras rolling. Also, make sure I can replace any film equipment if it breaks, which has been known to happen a time or two. Thankfully, thanks to your all support, when the microphone went kaput, we was able to replace it, and no one ever noticed. There was no delay in anything like that. We do have the Discord server. I have been very busy for my Discord members. I apologize because it has been hectic. So I've not been in Discord as much as I normally am. I do apologize. But I have been trying to answer any questions that got directed toward me, and the admin have been helping a lot as well, and I appreciate that to you all. Let's see. Also, there is something coming up next month that I'm trying to finagle it so it doesn't happen on a Friday or a Sunday. But if it does, it is going to take me on a commission for the entire day. If that happens, there will not be a live stream on that day. I can't give you a date because, like I said, I'm trying to prevent it from happening. But if it does happen, I will make sure you all know that I'll post somewhere that the live stream's canceled and let everything's fine. It's not, nobody's dying or anything. Don't worry about nothing like that. But I did want to give you a little bit of a heads up on that as well. As to the other channel, I did get an email about whether or not the other channel would be happening. Some of that's still a little bit. Me and Halloween's trying to figure out some details, whether she has time, because I don't want to put too much of a workload on her. So, yeah, it's still in the air a little bit, but I'm glad to hear some of you are excited about it, even though it's not necessarily an occult channel. And for those of you asking for grilling videos, I never really thought about it too much, honestly, but I'll consider it. So yeah, I will consider I will consider it. It amazes me how many occult practitioners want to know how I cook and do other things. So that's pretty cool, actually. But I think even in the intro video, I did mention the fact that everything can be a part of a magical life. So, I should have seen that coming. But yeah, I'll see what I can do about it. Let's see. Let's see, Tatomi, what other channel? Oh, Tatomi, me and my daughter are considering doing a channel together, something fun, where we can share our love for some of the fictional works we do and some of the things we do like that. It will not be Working Dragon Mystic. It'll be a completely separate channel. But if we do this, many of you have asked me if I started a second channel to inform you all. So that's all I'm doing. That way, if you're interested in watching me act like an idiot and goof off in a more non-occult professional environment, you could pop on over there and have some laughs and make fun of me while I make fun of myself, or why she makes fun of me, because I guarantee you she's going to make fun of me. But that's all good. That's all good. And it's actually something I'll get to do and spend more time with her. A nice little bonding experience. So that's all. But yeah, it's a D&D channel. Name-wise, we're looking at Dad and Daughter's D&D. A little play on words there. So so yeah, it's going to allow us to let our hair down, goof off a little bit more, because I don't really want to bring D&D and stuff like that into this channel. This channel is very much about real magic, real occultism, practicality, and all that. And for that, we really need to create a separate channel to break off and separate this. And I have to totally brag and gush because this girl is creative as hell. Her creativity is amazing. And anyone that is that creative and that talented needs an outlet. And if me doing a channel with her can give her that outlet, and share that creativity and that genius and that twisted little mind of hers, she is my daughter, I think that's a great thing. So yeah, we are working on that. Keep an eye out. Be patient with us. We're trying to iron some bugs out here. But yeah. Let's see if I can grab one of these before I go. That's good. Thank you. No problem. Happy to answer y'all's questions. If I missed any, I apologize. Catch me again Friday. Definitely check it out. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I'm so glad you guys understand and support it. You guys are great. You guys are. Tony, if you would have to make estimate how many percent of your time should be work and how much many percent of your just relaxing, sleep does not count. No, sleep does not count. Okay, Tony, I might be the wrong person to ask this question. How much time should be work? How much time should be relaxation? In fact, as I read this question off, my daughter is probably laughing and fell out of her chair right now. Because as many of you already know, I am what you might call a workaholic. So even on my day off, I end up doing things that most people count as work, but I find relaxing. So this is actually a little bit of a personal thing, but I am still going to actually try and answer this because see, both of them's freaking laughing at me. Thanks, Sierra. Couldn't have my back on that one. So this is actually a little bit of a personal thing because for me, if I'm actually sitting there doing nothing, it stresses me out. I can't do it. It's really, really hard for me. So it is personal. I would say start with, if possible, start with trying to do a 50-50. Now I say possible because depending on where you work and all these things, that can be different. Now, I used to have a job where I would occasionally have a 72-hour shift. And 20-hour shifts were pretty much the norm. So I had to find time to relax wherever I could. And I know a lot of people my friend Katrina, I've mentioned her a few times on this channel. She has a kid, so she's a mom, and she works 60 plus hours a week. And she makes sure that kid never goes in any form of neglect at all. She always has time for that kid. And she still somehow tries to squeeze in relaxation. So it is a very personal thing, Tony. Though I would say that as you're finding your balance, make sure self-care is always a priority. That balance is going to be different for everyone, but do find and make self-care a priority. No matter how busy you are, always make it a priority to do something for yourself. I would say every other day at least, whether it's just a nice shower and a shave or just pampering yourself with a good cup of coffee, whatever it can be. Even the little things can really make a huge difference in the long run. But I would try to, I'd say daily give yourself 30 minutes to an hour to unwind and relax if at all possible, Tony. Does that help? Because that is really a hugely loaded question there. But and I know I'm not the best example for, when it's a relaxation and whatnot. But I mean, you can ask my daughter. I'm a huge proponent of self-care. I get on her all the time about that. So when it comes to things like that, I am a big proponent of it. I work hard and play hard, but yeah. Let's see what we got. I think that'll be the end of it. Let's see if anything predominantly pops up that I need to answer. Let's see. You didn't answer my question. Thanks anyway. Max, I don't know which one of your questions I missed. I apologize. But either join the Discord, you can ask it there, or you can also catch us next week. I do apologize if I missed your question, mate. All right, everyone. We ran a little over. Sorry, but hey, it's great to see you all. You all have a fantastic week. Keep doing the work that you're doing. Keep making progress. And remember, self-mastery, step-by-step work. Try to do a little better every day. You don't have to you will make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Learn from them. Don't let it get you down. Don't beat yourself up. All right? All right, everyone, you have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye-bye.